Hello, my beautiful people. Hello, group 1. So we're going to be dealing with your root chakra, which is the color red. So I wear this red t-shirt, and you guys bear with me with my throat chakra, because you know Mercury is Mercurian. All right, let's get straight into you guys' reading for group 1. So I asked 3 questions. And so we'll just get into the first question. I asked Spirit, where does group 1 need more boundaries? And before I even started with your 3-card tarot pool, I heard self-control. The first word I heard was self-control. All right, so where does group 1 need more boundaries? And here we got the 8 of shells, which in regular tarot, this is the 8 of cups in reverse. So this is like not letting go, because in the upright, the 8 of cups talks about, you know, you've learned your lessons, you're walking away, you see that there's a bright future ahead of you. So with this card, it's like there's a fear of change, there's insecurities, and there's this not wanting to let go of whatever is keeping you in this place. It could be a person, it could be a belief, but with this emotion, I feel like it's almost like a person. But it doesn't have to be, because everyone's different, and this is a collective reading. So it could, like I said, just be your self-worth. You needing to invest more into your worth. Maybe you're attracting things that aren't even worth your time or your energy. So you need more boundaries with yourself and learning when to walk away, when to let something go. Okay? And your second question is, what does group 1 need to clear within their root chakra? Y'all energy was heavy. We got the 10 of feathers in reverse. This is still not wanting to walk away from a situation. I feel like it almost is a person for some of you, because this card talks about backstabbing and betrayal. Also, it could have just been that someone did you like that in the past, and you're still carrying those wounds. Like a snake, release and let go. Don't be so scared of change, especially if it's gonna help you, you know, because with this energy, there's a deception kind of going on. There's even this sense of lying to yourself. So if someone is betraying you, for example, just know that on a deeper level, it's because you're betraying yourself. And trust me, I have been there. So get real with yourself. Ask yourself hard questions. Inquire more about yourself. Because with me saying that, the third question is, what can group 1 do to help bring more balance to their root chakra? And we got the page of acorns, which is the page of wands. And I just kept looking at this discovery, but I feel like discovery within yourself. Learn what makes you happy, not what makes someone else happy, but what makes you happy. What are creative things? Do you like to sing, cook, dance? Just be free-spirited. Okay, embrace more free-spirited energy. Release this heavy, whatever is weighing you down, whatever is making you sad, depressed. If it, like I said, if it's a person, it could be a job, it could be a situationship. Also, because at the bottom of the deck, we had the 7 of feathers, which is the 7 of swords, which talks about deception and betrayal as well. And like I said, if someone betrayed you or someone deceived you, you probably knew within yourself, you know, this person is not being honest. Listen to your intuition more. That's why we have this 8 of cups in reverse. You're not walking away when your intuition is telling you to walk away. And maybe that's a lesson that you'll just have to learn over time. Okay? But take it from me. Don't learn it. Don't be slow in that aspect. So those are the three questions I asked for root chakra, but I'm going to get some shadow messages to see what else will come out within our root chakra. Like I said, I'm not going to make these readings too long, but if you like to book with me, my information, everything will be in the link below. Y'all, let me take a sip of tea. Peppermint tea work on your throat chakra. I'm working on mine. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. You deserve better. Whatever is keeping you back, you deserve more. You don't deserve people betraying you. I don't care, family, friend, whatever. All right. Pour into yourself. Discover yourself. And this is, even just watching this reading is learning and just being more curious about yourself. Always take what resonates and leave everything else, okay? Let's get one more. I do feel like this group can be a little impatient at times as well. That has to do with your root chakra. Practice grounding or breathing. Whatever you can do. When you notice your patience starts getting low, just start telling people like, hey, excuse yourself, you know? So you got self-absorbed. Seek to feel what others are feeling. Express empathy to overcome this, okay? So, like I said, being more empathetic towards people, more empathy towards yourself. Yeah, because I'm feeling like maybe you get in situations and you only can see your side of things. You know, even if someone did you wrong, you only can see what you want to see. And there's a need to be able to see things from a different point of view. To have compassion, you know, with people. Ooh, we got resentful. Okay. Think of loving thoughts for the person or yourself that you resent. It's restricting your emotional happiness. Yes. And if you can have a little bit more empathy for this person or even yourself that you're feeling resentful for, it will open up your heart chakra. Once you kind of have an understanding of people, things don't bother you no more. It kind of just rolls off your shoulder. You know what I'm saying? And we have prejudice. What if you were categorized into a group and given attributes that were false without truly knowing who you are? So maybe you judge too quickly. And this card kind of came out under the page of wands. So whatever you may want to do that seems fun and exciting you, do it without judging. You know, and if you find yourself being critical of yourself or others, find a way to release that. If people have hurt you and backstabbed you, and you're feeling some type of resentment behind it, heal those wounds. Because at the bottom, we have negativity. Let go of pessimistic attitude. It's getting old. Think of something positive right now. Shift your thinking. Yeah, I'm feeling like you really got to shift your thinking. Shift your being. Maybe I'm also feeling like with this self-absorbed card, some of you guys are in relationships where you know they're not balanced. And you know that it's just to benefit you. It might not be benefiting the other person. It may be like they're giving 70 and you're giving 30. Okay, so like I said, that's for somebody, but just take what resonates and leave the rest. We're also going to pull from, I'll be doing all kind of weird hand movements. Forgive me, y'all. We're going to pull from my African Goddess deck to get some oracle messages. Yeah, this is a time of kind of like you should be focusing strictly on yourself and renewing yourself, because we have like recovery and transformation in reverse. We have renewal in reverse. So there's this time to really probably go deep within yourself. Yeah. Shift your perspective. You're not a victim. I had to say that for somebody. You're not a victim. We are victors over here. Yeah. Look what card just flew out. Rage. You got some anger, baby. And that's okay. We all got it. And this in your root chakra. That's why this resentful card came out. There's ways we can deal with our anger. And that is a normal emotion. People be like, oh, don't be angry. Don't be jealous. Don't be resentful. No. Look, you got grief in your heart. You done been through some things with this Ten of Swords in reverse. You done been through some hard. I bet you got some stories. This group got some stories. Let's get one more. Yes, it's time to heal. Heal this grief. Grief talks about loss. Grief is actually just another form of anger, another form of rage. Sadness. Ooh, okay. Look, level up flew out. Your spirit team wants you to level up. They want you to take these messages and go and run with them and do what you need to do to be on this next level. You look, she got this sword. Take this sword and cut out all the BS. Okay? I'm just feeling like you're royalty and you need to see yourself as such. Yeah, because even at the bottom, they have storms. Storms don't always come in to just bring chaos. Sometimes storms come in to clear out. So either you're going through some storms or you may be going through some storms, but I wouldn't be surprised with a lot of this heavy energy here. Okay, release with the full moon, because I'm looking at these. If that's your thing, I'm looking at the cycles of the moon, and full moons are great to do release ceremonies. Write down all the things, people, places, whatever you feel like you want to release, and then you burn it under the full moon. And let's get one card out of here. This is my spirit, guide deck. Let's look at this, okay. Yeah. Channel your rage. You can do exercising, scream when ain't nobody at home, whatever you need to do, but just so you're not taking that out on anybody else. Look up ways to channel that rage, maybe into creativity. Look, as I cut the deck, shadow. There's this need to put some love towards your shadows. Your shadows might be running some of your relationships right now. And your shadows are pretty much these things that I talked about. You know, your darker sides. Being judgmental, being resentful. Maybe go by water too. Nature. Nature is so healing. I tell people that all the time. I'm a nature queen. Or you could buy yourself some plants too. Plants are healing. Look, we got suffering. Suffering on the inside. And what's so sweet about this, as I said that you guys are royalty, is look at this. It's like the angels, they want to give this person stars. They want to show them how loved they are. And maybe you put on a happy face in front of people, but you're really sad on the inside. I wanted to see if that book, sorry guys. Let me see. I can't find it. But yeah. There's a need to just really work on your heart. Have some compassion. Have some understanding for yourself. As you begin to have that within yourself, it will start to show on the outside. I love you, my group 1. This is all I have for you guys. Like I say, take what resonates and leave that rest. Peace. Hello, my group 2. So we're talking about your root chakra, hence why I'm wearing my red shirt today. Yeah, let's just get straight into your reading. I did a 3 tarot card pool. All right. So the first question I asked is, where does group 2 need more boundaries? And before I even started that, I was really feeling like you need to have more patience. You need to slow all the way down. Yes, all, like when I mean slow all the way down, I'm talking about all the way down. There needs to be some mental rest. Okay. Okay, so where does group 2 need more boundaries? And we got the Queen of Feathers in reverse, which would be the Queen of Swords in reverse. And this card talks about perception and truth. In reverse, I feel like you might be caught up in your emotions too much, and it could be clouding your judgment on seeing the truth of what is really going on in your life right now. And when you can't see the truth of things, or when your perception is distorted, it's kind of hard to have boundaries, to know like where you're stepping and where you're moving, because I feel like there's this big cloud in your mind. There's a lot of criticism that goes on in your mind. And I feel like that kind of takes you away from seeing the truth, or seeing things for what they really are. And with this card in reverse, it's just being more logical, more practical. You see this bat? This bat can see in the dark. And that tells me that you really actually have a good sense of intuition, but right now you're not using it. You're not being more practical. You're more too caught up in the emotions of things right now. Okay, so there needs to be boundaries there. You need to kind of sit with yourself. And maybe you need to ask God, your spirit team, whoever your higher self is, and ask them to come through and show you clearly. But there's something in me that tells me you kind of know. Okay? So group 2, what does group 2 need to clear within their root chakra? Again, I got the 9 of Feathers, which is the 9 of Swords in reverse. Some of you guys might be having a hard time sleeping, or maybe staying up at night thinking about certain things, and it's just causing you to go on a downward spiral. And with both of these cards in the reverse, you see this card says, well, I don't know if you can see it, but this card in the upright perspective, perception. So there's something with your seeing that's not aligning, and it's not whatever you are seeing right now, it's not helping your self-development. It's actually bringing you down. There's a lot of sadness in this pile. Some of you maybe could be separated or got a divorce, and maybe that's something you're dealing with right now, but you might not even be seeing this as, you may be seeing this as a loss when it could be a blessing for some of you. But there's just this need to quiet the inner critic. Okay, we can't take back yesterday. You got to forgive, because yes, forgiveness is key here with yourself. Forgive yourself and forgive whoever else you need to forgive. That will really help your root chakra as well. The third question was, what can help balance out group 2's root chakra? And we got the 10 of shells, which is like the 10 of cups. And the reason why I say forgiveness, because pelicans actually symbolize forgiveness. Oh, that's one of their symbolisms. So yeah, the 10 of shells in reverse. To balance out your root chakra, there needs to be kind of like a separation from whatever is causing you some sort of clouded judgment. Or maybe you just need to like go by yourself for a while. Avoid any arguments. Avoid any miscommunications. Avoid, because that's what this card is talking about in reverse. But I'm feeling, it also talks about isolation. And I was feeling like, yeah, you need to be in isolation just by yourself for a little while so you can get a hold of things, so you can find your true happiness within yourself. Because with this 10 of Cups in reverse, it talks about like loss of hope, you know, just like wanting to give up. I'm sorry that any of you guys feel that way, group 2. Because at the bottom we have the 9 of Cups. So it's like, isolate yourself. And look, even after the bottom, even after that, we have the Hermit, what talks about being in yourself, contemplation, wisdom. Maybe there's a lesson and some wisdom to be learned here throughout any situation that's going on in your life right now. You need to find gratitude. Because even after this Hermit, we have another card for gratitude. And I'm not talking about just being grateful for anything that you have. I'm just saying you're the reason of gratitude. You're here. You're the miracle. You're the blessing. You are the reason to be grateful for. Nothing outside of you. Just you. I'm also feeling like maybe you might want to journal down some of these feelings. Or go by the water. Only because I'm looking at this card, it has all these shells in it. Or just when you take a shower, talk to your water. I do. Ask your water to cleanse you. And anything that's no longer serving you, it just goes right on down the drain. Okay? Let's get some cards from out of my shadow deck. Yeah, there's just need to change your perspective on something. Having a higher perspective. Look, as I cut the deck, forgive self. Yeah, there needs to be forgiveness here. Walk away and forgive. Forgive people who don't even say sorry to you. I've had to do that too. If you're having trouble sleeping, there's all kind of helpful things on YouTube to help. Last night I was just listening to green noise. That knocks me out every time. So try different like white noise, pink noise, brown noise, or just whatever to help kind of calm that mental chatter. And it will help, but you have to be consistent. Because like I said, when I was picking up in your reading, I was hearing impatient. There definitely needs to be some more patience. Okay, let me get 2 more, please. Okay, look. This one flipped over, so I read it. The other one didn't. Narrow-minded. We're just talking about perception. You have a limited outlook on or perspective and thoughts. What make you think your thoughts are solid gold? Exactly. And if you think in horrible thoughts, you don't want to manifest this or keep repeating these same cycles. Open your mind. That's what's like having a higher perspective. Everything you think ain't the truth. Let's get one more. I have one that's on here, but it hasn't flipped over. Okay, let's see. All right, there we go. Egocentric. It says, not everyone shares the same perspective as you. Listen to others. You may just learn something new. Wow. Okay. Group 2, your perspective needs to change. Your perspective needs to change. You can learn from anyone and anything. A smart man knows that he knows nothing. You are learning up until the day you pass, even after that. Yes, and listening, really listen to other people. Listen to your body. Listen to yourself. When you listen, you learn so much. Not listening to respond, just listen. Just wholeheartedly get involved in whatever somebody is telling you and listen. But I'm also feeling like listen to your thoughts, because some of those thoughts aren't true. Number 3, inconsiderate. Act with compassion and kindness. Be thoughtful and polite. It just feels better on the inside. Yes, it does. Like, we can act in hate and, envy or all these other things. Transmute that. Smile when you see people out. You can learn something from anyone. And then at the bottom we have compulsive behaviors. Identify your eternal feelings. What are you looking to control or feel in the moment? This could be like compulsive eating, compulsive shopping, running from one person to the next person, just trying to get to make you feel good, when that's just temporary. Could be drinking. And there's no judgment here, because when I tell y'all I done been through it all, not all, let me take that back. I just done been through a lot. I done been through a lot. So I can say, because I was a mini alcoholic one time. So there's no judgment, but there is a need to bring balance. There's a need to see things for what they really are, and not lie to yourself about it. And if you can't see that, then ask someone who you trust and who you love, and ask them, and they'll give it to you, and tell them to shoot it to me straight. Tell me, is this true, or what do I need to work on, or whatever. Have these open conversations with people that you trust and love, because if you love and trust these people, they're not going to tell you anything that's necessarily not for your best. You know what I'm trying to say? Be open to feedback from other people, especially when it's people you love. Okay? All right, let's get some oracle messages. Yeah, and I'm just feeling like you don't have to protect your heart all the time, or just be on the defense. Maybe you always feel like you got to be on the defense. You don't have to. It's okay for you to let your guard down. Can't nobody really do nothing to you. You know what I'm trying to say? That's all a belief. That's, maybe you think that. You need to let that go. Can't nobody do nothing to you. Look, the card that for liberation. Free yourself. Okay? There's something good coming in your future, group 2. I will tell you that. There is some type of blessing coming to you in your future, and all blessings look different, so I don't know. But with this card that flipped over, it could be some type of desire that you've been having for a long time. Focus on your desires. Yes, focus on your desires. I love this. And then take action. With this arrow, I'm feeling like action, swift action. Whatever your desires are, don't be compulsive. But I'm feeling like take a planned action towards your desires. Because whatever this is, it's going to bring you some type of harvest. But look at all this red and orange in these cards. Yellow, your willpower. You have the willpower to do it. You have the willpower to do anything. but there's something good coming to you. Or if you work on these things, it's going to present you such a beautiful harvest, maybe on the inside. And it'll just start attracting things on the outside. Because even here we have the 9 of Cups. Yes. Work on your crown chakra as well, which is here, and it's the color purple. And the numbers, I feel the need to tell you these numbers. We have 37, 43, and 8. And we have 2 9s, meaning something does need to come to an end. Because 9 is about letting go and endings, so a new beginning can come. Yeah, and we have 2 10s. Change. We have 2 10s here. Yep. All right, let's get one more oracle card for you guys. Look, I was saying be disciplined. That's why I feel like that arrow was in there. It's like take a actioned plan towards your desire, but be disciplined about it. You don't have to rush or anything like that. Look, the card that came out was balance. All right, my group 2, you need to balance. There are things in your life that you know are out of balance that you need to bring back into balance. Maybe you're working too hard. Maybe you're working out too hard. You know, yes, because even still at the bottom we have disciplined. Get disciplined on bringing this balance into your life. There's something good that wants to come through for you, group 2. I believe it will come through for you too. All right, that's all I have for you, group 2. I love you guys. I will see you soon. Hello, group 3. And here I am with your root chakra reading for you. Okay, and the color of your root chakra is red, hence why I wear my red t-shirt. Okay, so I asked, dang, I forgot to close that window, so if you guys hear loud noise, please forgive me. So let's get into it. The first question was, where does group 3 need more boundaries? And we got the Justice card. So for me, this was, and because it's a major arcana, I was feeling like self-awareness and discipline, because the truth talks about balancing, the truth, maybe being truthful with yourself too, but just being honest, integrity, personal integrity, authenticity, I'm hearing. But Justice talks about there being like 2 portals, like your shadow and your light, and there being a balance between those. So with this coming up upright, I feel like group 3, you do have some level of self-awareness and fairness to you, but there's the need to dig a little bit deeper, to be more honest, to practice more personal integrity and authenticity within yourself. It's like learning out more truths about yourself, should I say. So y'all gonna have to forgive me. Let me see if I could close this window. Okay. And I'm back. Okay. All right. So, anyways, so I was hearing like more self-discipline, but maybe just in different areas. Maybe you applied self-discipline or being honest in certain areas, but there's the areas that are kind of like the gray areas where you need to practice more honesty and integrity and just falling more in line with your authentic self as different layers and stuff sheds. Yeah, because like with me, the crow talks about magic too. So I feel like finding, like, everyone is magical. Learning what are your like magic tricks in essence, like learning the magic within. So where can group 1 bring more boundaries? Just tapping more into yourself. Like I say, more self-awareness within. More self-discipline on the things that you're not as disciplined on. Okay, the second question was, what does group 3 need to clear within their root chakra? And again, we have the Emperor in reverse, and as you can see, like upright, it talks about stability and focus. So in reverse, this is again talking about like you need to realizing your connection with, like, are you overly aggressive, or are you someone who shies away and you don't speak your truth? So finding balance there. What are your relationships with power, authority? Are you misusing your authority? Or are you someone who shies away like me, who kind of like shies away from being seen as a leader or something like that when you're perfectly qualified for that? Yes. So there needs to be some self-discipline on whatever area that could be. Maybe you're giving your power away, or maybe you're someone who's like likes to have power and control over people because that helps you feel safe, but it's not healthy. The third question is, what can group 3 do to bring more balance to their root chakra? And we have the Knight of Acorns, which is the Knight of Wands, and it talks about drive and focus. And at the bottom of the deck we had, hold on, let me show you guys, the Two of Shells. So with this, like, it was kind of like this. So to me, it was like him running more towards this Two of Cups. So what will bring more balance in your root chakra is like taking action towards inner stability. Okay, because this, I'm feeling like union within, mixing, balancing out your masculine and your feminine, your yin, your yang. Your left side is your feminine side. Your right side, which is the action card, Knight of Acorns is action, is like, you know, putting action, movement. And the Knight of Wands is very creative too. Yes, I feel like there needs to be action and movement more towards anything creative, but also just bringing more balance within you. I feel like this has a lot to do with inner happiness, but it could be, you know, you going towards something that you love, you going towards something that brings you a lot of joy and happiness, you moving towards that. Yes, you doing things that brings more harmony within, brings more harmony in your household, just harmony in your life. And being focused and a lot of or was it the group 2 got disciplined, or just being disciplined. So you might feel called to check out group 2 reading. Okay, so right now we're going to pull some shadow aspects from my shadow deck and see what else comes out. Yeah, and you guys, I'm not making these readings like long and drawn out, just to give you like quick insight. And if you want a reading with me, all the information will be down below. But I love doing these. I love reading for you guys. It makes me happy. I just like helping people, and like just to be able to use my gift to help somebody or just help people, I like doing. Yes, and I'm feeling like that's what you need to do, group 3. Do more things that's going to like help you or maybe give back. Oh. Okay, the first card that flipped over was possessive. You're clinging on to someone or something way too tightly. Learn to let go. Love has no ownership. Everyone has free will. It kind of makes me think with this Emperor being in reverse, having control issues, like wanting to control or possess someone. And like this card says, everyone has free will. You have to give people the chance to make their own choices. I'm hearing like release manipulation. Wow. The second card, obsessiveness. Write down what you are obsessing over. Realize that it is emotionally draining you. Oh, wow. Yeah. What are you obsessing over? If this is someone, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and tell you to let it go. If this is a man, for my women out there, you need to let this person go. Yeah. And the last card that flew out was negativity. Let go of pessimistic attitude. It's getting old. Think of something positive right now. Shift your thinking. Yes, and on the bottom it says, knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. For sure. And when you start realizing, I don't know what group I told that, but when you start realizing like your own darkness and it helps you recognize the darkness within other people, it just, things become a lot easier. People are scared of the shadows and their demons. I'm not. Make friends with them, for real. Be friends with your shadows. Because you can't just walk around here and just be like, oh, love and light, love and light. You know, you need the dark to have the light. You need the light to have the dark. You need all of it. All of it. And you have the full spectrum of the dark side and the light side. Hence why I think you could be either a devil or an angel. That's just my belief, but you know. But knowing your triggers, knowing your dark side, it helps you because then you know what to heal and you're more aware. So I'm feeling like, yeah, there's definitely like group through, you have this awareness, but there's this like, because you know things happen in levels. I'm feeling like there's another layer that needs to be pulled back that you need to be honest about, especially with this possessive and obsessiveness. And I get it, sometimes we get stuck on one thing or something happening a certain way or being with this one person, and it's all we can think about. It's all we want. So the card that flipped out, I'll read that one to you, but we have alchemy. Queen Nefertiti. I love this. Because this card pretty much says like, this card reminds me of the magician. You have all the tools, all the talents to take everything that you've learned and alchemize this. Take this situation or whatever you're learning from. This could be a person, or it could just be you needing to be more honest and truthful with yourself and more self-discipline. Use that and alchemize the energy. Transmute it and change it into something good for you. use this to become maybe, I don't want to say possessive, because I don't think being possessed or obsessed with anything, but this energy to want, how can you, I'm trying to think like how you could channel this energy into something creative. Maybe planting, because like you could be possessive or obsessive over plants and that's not going to hurt anybody. You know what I'm trying to say? But I don't like those words, possessive. But that's just like an example. Using this energy to maybe become passionate about something else instead of someone or something. Love has no ownership. So maybe not even plants. I don't know. I'm just trying to help you out, group 3. All right, what's this card? Yeah, and you also have grief. There's a lot of grief, sadness within you. Maybe some of you guys have lost people, or it could just be relationships that have went wrong, decisions, you know, lost jobs, whatever it is, causes grief. So there's some grief within your heart that you need to heal. Yes, because at the bottom, we have intuition, and then we also have harvest. So I feel like there's a harvest that wants to come through. Now, all harvests, like abundance, comes differently. This could be a harvest in emotions, a harvest in joy, a harvest in luck. It could be a financial harvest. It could just be a harvest, you just feeling good within yourself, you know. But there is this need to listen to your intuition. Also, I'm feeling like tapping into your inner child, her with this baby, connecting to the baby version of yourself. Or if any of you guys who do have babies, watching your babies and learning something from your babies, like being more childlike. What can children teach you? I'm looking at this. I think this is a beetle. I'm looking at this beetle right here. Some of you guys have history back in like Egyptian times. Alchemize. Take what you got and transform it into something else. That's pretty much what alchemy is. Maybe you will transform this. Oh, okay, I see. So we have alchemy, grief, and then harvest. So maybe you're taking this grief, you're alchemizing this grief and transforming it into a harvest. That's kind of powerful right there. Yeah, I feel like you guys are kind of tuned in, but there's just this something you're kind of missing right here. Okay, let's get a spirit guide message. Y'all, get some sun. I don't know if you guys sit out in the sun 10-15 minutes. That's all I'm asking. Get some sun. That's gonna energize you, and also it's gonna clear out some stuff on, I think it's macro level. The sun is just healing on so many levels. And as I'm just looking at this card, alchemy, look at the sun, is like touching the crown of her head. And then look at this big old sun back here. Maybe this harvest will come in summertime. I love monstera plants. Some of you guys have monstera plants. Look up the meaning of those. Look up what monstera plant means. And this is what they look like. I'm going to show you guys. This is a monstera. I hope that's right while I'm over here telling y'all. If I'm wrong, Tell me in the comments. All right, let's get you guys a spirit guide message, and then we'll wrap it up. Don't let any... Look, y'all got the discipline card. So with the Emperor coming out in reverse, and that talks about lacking self-discipline, group 3, you guys definitely need to be more disciplined. And it's your master t-shirt with the number 33. So there's a... This is like a red sign like, hey, let's get started on this. Wow. Yep. And then we got self-control. There needs to be more self-control, more inner peace. Look at this. All this chaos is going on around this person, but they're balanced. They're calm on the inside. Nothing is affecting them. This is the kind of attitude and energy you need to take on. Having more self-control. Not letting your emotions get the best of you. And then again at the bottom we have balance. Yes. There needs to be balance in your discipline. And balance in your self-control. For sure. But I love you all just the same, my group 3. So let me know if you guys like this. Read it, comment, share, subscribe. I love you guys all. Take care.